Well, hello, it's Karen McDermott Rolfe, independent advisor with Creative Memories, and I am back with my monthly technique layout and challenge. Today, I'm going to share a scrapbooking technique with you and then challenge all of you to use the technique to create your own layout. Share a photo of your layout with me on Facebook in my group, Karen's Croppers, for an entry into my monthly door prize drawing. Once you're in Karen's Croppers, go to the album section and look for the album titled Technique Tuesday number 51. So you'll add your photo to that album number 51 for an entry into my October door prize drawing. You can also find more of my layouts at KarenCrops.com, and I so appreciate any of your orders at creativememories.com/user/Karen, and it's Karen with a Y. And I offer a generous customer rewards program. And I have a new fourth quarter customer gift to share with you. Today I want to share some ways that we can use a new jumbo cutting template from Creative Memories. Recently, Creative Memories brought back our jumbo wavy frame template that was introduced in 2010. So they brought this back, so we have another jumbo frame option. But they also introduced a brand new frame, and this is our jumbo square frame. And so I wanted to work with this new one today to show you some ideas for how to use it. So again, this is the jumbo square frame, and it has the wavy edge on the inside. And the other frame is the jumbo wavy frame, and it has the waves on the outside. And both of these are currently available through our website. So what I've done is I've taken a sheet of our 12 by 12 paper, and I'm using the red blade. And with my red blade, I cut around both the outside edge that has the rounded square, and I also cut on the inside edge that has the wavy frame. Okay, so we'll pretend that I did that. And now we're left with these three pieces. And now we can play and look at all the different ways that we might use these pieces. I know there's going to be more ways than I can even imagine, I'm sure. So let's just take a look here. Very simply, we can use each piece individually. You have a nice little frame piece here that you could put on the outside edge of a sheet of designer paper or cardstock here like I did. This designer paper is from our Scrap Happy collection that's currently available, and this is a sheet of our Purple Ice cardstock. And remember, all of our paper is double-sided, so again, you have another option. You could take the pieces and you could just reassemble them. So you could tape them back, to a background piece of paper, be real careful to get it lined up, and tape them back in. That'll be a little difficult, and I don't think that I would really attempt that. But like I said, we could just work with the pieces individually. So we have this frame to work with, or you have this piece to work with, both sides. And then you can just imagine some of the different things that you can do with these pieces by layering them and turning them on their sides, such as this. We could also take the pieces and cut them. So I'm just going to cut this inside square on the diagonal using our 12-inch trimmer. And I'm going to cut this piece also on the diagonal. And I think to do that, I'm going to fold it first, and then I'll know exactly where to cut it. So I've just folded it over on itself, and now I can cut it with the trimmer on those score lines, or I could just use a pair of scissors and cut that. Let's see, I can see the score line better on this side. Okay, so now we have some pieces to work with, some triangular pieces. So let's start with the larger pieces. So we could do something like this, and that could be your layout. Or of course you could move them on the side like this. Let's see, how would it look? You could just use one, and then you could use the second piece on a second page to make a double page layout, right? And you could do that with the pieces in any location, top and bottom or the sides. You could do a double page layout that looks like something like that. Okay. We could use the frame pieces that we cut, and we could put those back in like this and just cut off that overhang after we adhere them in. Something like that. It's kind of cool. Or perhaps we could turn this on its side. Let's do this one on its side, and then maybe this piece on its side. Again, I would adhere those down and then cut off the overhang with your scissors. So I know there's going to be so many different ways and so many different patterns that you can make with these pieces that you cut with this jumbo frame template. So those were just a few different ideas to how to play. And I'm going to work with putting together a layout here that I've gotten a little bit of a head start on for you. I'm using a piece of white cardstock along with paper from our current 2023 Croptoberfest kit. And again, I used the jumbo square frame to cut out this piece of the blue paper. And so with the red blade again, I just run around the outside edge and the inside edge with the red blade to get my pieces. So I have the outside frame, this inside frame, and then the middle piece, I went ahead and I cut it into 4 pieces. So just like I did previous, by folding them and cutting them in half, I just folded these again another time, and then I went ahead and cut those to get 4 pieces. Okay. And now I'm just going to reassemble it back onto this sheet of white cardstock. So to save time on my video, I've already adhered this outside little frame piece. And now I'm going to arrange the pieces kind of this way. I'm going to adhere this center piece on the diagonal as a diamond shape. And I'm going to do my best to center it. So if I'm using my 13 by 13 inch mat, I can look at those 6-inch marks on the mat and kind of match those up. See the 6 inches and then the 6 inches and 6 inches on each side. And so now I know that I pretty much have my piece in the middle. Hopefully it's straight. I did use repositional tape in case I need to adjust it. And now I have these little quarter pieces, and I'm going to reassemble them. Now, one of the reasons that I cut them into 4 pieces is that when they're all adhered together, let me see if I can show you with this piece that's still attached as a half. So I would adhere it back like this, okay? But now say I wanted a little bit of space between it, and see if I pull it out. Do you see the little pattern I'm getting here? It's a different type of squiggly pattern. It's okay. You know, if you like that pattern, it's just fine. But I kind of wanted my pattern to mirror the scallops here on the diamond piece. So again, take a look at that, and you can see how the squiggly, it's a little off center, you know, once I pull that out. Okay. But now by cutting those, I can pull these out a little bit, and I'm going to preserve that same wavy edge that I have. So it's going to look kind of like it's matted. And then I could adhere these however far away from that center piece as I like to give my matte effect, you know, whatever width. I'm probably going to do it something like this. It's a little bit maybe about, you know, maybe a little less than 1/4 inch on each side, okay? But if you like, you could pull it out further And you can see how, again, you're going to get a different pattern. If I were working with a layout that has some waves on it, a water layout, I might like it like this, pulled out further to give it more of a wavy effect. But this, for this layout, I just want it to have a pretty little decorative kind of matted look to it. So then I'm going to just adhere these pieces down, and you saw that there will be overhang that I will cut with my scissors. Now, one thing that I might consider here is I have the outside frame, this narrow little frame. Now I can decide if I want these pieces to go over it or under it. So since I've already adhered this down with my repositional tape, let's see if I can gently pry it up using my multi-purpose tool and slide this piece underneath, and we'll see what that looks like. I think I like that look quite a bit. So I'm going to do that as I adhere all these 4 pieces down. I'm just going to come to the sides, use that multi-purpose tool to gently pry it up, and then slide these pieces under. And then with the repositional tape, I'm going to just press and adhere it back down. Okay. Well, let me see. Let's get the tape on this piece first. I'm just kind of guessing where it might be. There we go. And then on this side, maybe if I kind of slightly bend it, see on my thumb, I'm kind of bending it a little bit, and that kind of presented a little opening where I could stick my multi-purpose tool. Uh-oh. That repositional tape, it's stuck down to the center part. Hopefully it didn't pull up too much of the color on my designer paper. Sometimes that repositional tape will do that. If you tape it down on a piece of paper that's has color pattern on it, and then you pull it back up, sometimes that repositional tape will take some of the color of the paper with it. And it did take a little bit with it there, but it's not very noticeable. So I'm going to be a little bit more careful now as I do my next pieces. Again, let's see if I can kind of just bend that a little bit to make an opening for the repositional, or for the multi-purpose tool. There we go. I have my piece that already has repositional tape on it, and I'm going to run it underneath. I'm going to adjust that width. There we go. And I'm going to do my last piece now. This is a beautiful sheet of paper. I love both sides of it, so I'm glad to have a layout here in which I am using both sides. I'm using the beautiful plaid and then the beautiful blue leaf pattern. I created some really beautiful, I would say they're highly decorative and layered layouts using the customer, the Croptoberfest customer bundle. And if you're interested in those page classes, you could go to my blog at KarenCrops.com and go to my on-demand page classes, and you can purchase access to the instructional materials for those page classes. The page classes contain recorded videos and also printable PDF handouts of these beautiful Croptoberfest layouts. The layouts are exclusive, meaning that I'm not sharing them anywhere else. So all I've shared are some little thumbnail teaser photos. And if you go to my website there on the on-demand section, you can get a little peek at those teaser photos to get an idea of the layouts. They are really pretty, you guys, and I've had a great response to them. I've just had good reviews. Thank goodness, right? Yeah. Also, many of the people who've joined me for my virtual Croptoberfest to create those layouts, they are creating them with other materials. So not everyone is using the Croptoberfest papers. Some are using different materials, and they're also substituting different tools. So it's really great that the layouts are that versatile and adaptable, that they can be adapted that way. And then if you do purchase access to those instructional materials, you will get access into the private Facebook group that I had for my virtual Croptoberfest event. So that is where all the participants are sharing photos of their versions of my layouts. And that's again where I'm seeing all these great adaptations of people adapting and using different papers and materials and different tools. Now, hopefully you've been watching here as I've been talking, that I did turn the layout upside down, and just with my microtip scissors here, I am cutting off the overhang. And I'm almost done with that. And we'll flip it over and we'll take a good look at this layout. Ooh, isn't that pretty? One thing that I'm seeing that I might do here is I might pull these little edges up and tuck the edges of that center frame underneath it also. I kind of like that maybe. Multi-purpose tool, it's a great tool. And again, you know, the repositional tape, can't say enough about that. There we go, isn't that beautiful? So I think to finish it off, I'll use probably 2 photo mats here that are 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. Do something like this. And then again, I'm looking at the stickers that are in the Croptoberfest kit. And let's see, what was I thinking? Maybe kind of a title with a little decorative up there in the corner. I will use foam squares to adhere the stickers down to give them a little bit of depth and dimension. I think that's going to be really pretty. I think one small detail to finish this off, can you guess what I'm going to do? I think you guys that follow me know that I like to do some pen detail a lot. So I have a navy dual tip pen, and maybe on these light pieces, let me add a little faux stitching and see how that's going to look. Hopefully I'm going to like it, right? I'm already committed to it since I've put pen to paper, but I think it'll be a cute little detail. Yeah, I think I'm going to like that. It kind of helps to fill up the space a little bit, kind of finish it off, give it a little finishing touch. So that's one thing that's kind of going to be indicative of those Croptoberfest layouts that I was talking about, and the attention to fine detail. So there's a lot of attention to fine detail, some different layering, and then there's some unique uses for some of our tools. I used the leafy vine border punch extensively on those layouts in different ways. So if you have that punch and you're looking for different ways to use it, I did use the owl punch, but it's not really, I just listed that as an optional tool for these layouts because you can rely on the owl stickers and owl embellishments that are in the Croptoberfest bundle. But I did use the owl punch on some of my layouts to give you different ideas of how to use it. And then if you also follow me at Creative Life Scrapbooking, we're on Facebook. Look for Creative Life Scrapbooking. I have shared 2 recent layouts of using that owl punch. So I did a super cute layout where we had owls going all around the perimeter of a 12 by 12 page. It is really cute, you guys. It's gotten a lot of attention. I would go look for that. And then I just shared on Monday another cute layout where I turned the owls into black cats for Halloween, and I layered them with lots of pumpkins, made a big chunky border with pumpkins and black cats. That's really quite striking. So you can find both of those layouts on our Creative Life Scrapbooking Facebook page, Or if you go to creativelifescrapbooking.com, go to the shop area and you can purchase the instructional handouts for both of those layouts and all of the other layouts that we've shared all year long. We have a really strong team of some great designers, and we share layout ideas twice a week. So let me just adhere my mats down. I thought I'd go ahead and just finish this. There we go. I'm going to dust my stickers here with a little bit of baking soda. This is baking soda, you guys. It's acid-free, neutral substance that's safe to use in your albums. You can see I'm just putting the lightest of a coat on. Just kind of dip it in and then brush it off to get a light coating. And this is going to remove the stickiness of the stickers. And now it's going to make it easier for me to put foam squares on the back of these stickers. You know, I've kind of turned them into embellishments now. And I usually do this whenever I adhere stickers with foam squares. Unless, of course, the stickers are really small and I can just, you know, fit one foam square on it and it's going to cover the entire sticker. Please do not use cornstarch. Cornstarch is finely ground corn, and we don't want food products in our albums, right? And also be careful of baby powder. Those baby powder and Talix will often contain cornstarch and other preservatives, fragrances, and other chemicals that we probably don't want in our albums. So baking soda, you guys. So now I'm going to use the foam squares. Let's see how I had these arranged. I think like that is going to be pretty. So I kind of did the spacing. See how I spaced it where I wanted it? And now I'm going to go ahead and adhere one. And I probably will put another one there. So I still have my spacing of the other stickers in there. That's going to fit right there nice in that curved corner. Today is October 3rd. I believe it's October 3rd. It is. And on Monday, Creative Memories introduced our Creative Memories Christmas collection. So it's a beautiful, really cute Christmas collection. I have it on order. I can't wait to get my hands on it and start playing with it. And they also have a promotion right now. If you place a $100 order, you will receive a free sketchbook. These are sketches of layouts from the Creative Memories blog. We might see a layout or two of mine in that sketchbook as I do some design work for the Creative Memories blog. You'll also get a little color wheel keychain for free with that $100 purchase. My little owl is sitting on the branch. And then I have a little secondary title sticker here to place. And then we'll be done. I'm just thinking where, if I need to add a little journaling to this layout, where I might add it. I think I'd probably keep the journaling pretty simple, maybe just a date or something. I could do it right down here in the corner. If I had some more extensive journaling, maybe I would use this light blue plaid piece right there. There we go. And there's our layout. So for my technique challenge for this month, I challenge all of you to use, how about either one? of these jumbo square frames. So either the jumbo square frame that I used for the sample layout or the jumbo wavy frame. Use either one to create any kind of layout, because I would love to fill that album in Karen's Croppers with lots of different ways and ideas for using these jumbo frames, okay? Because it's going to be a great reference. And when you're in that album section of Karen's Croppers, you'll notice that this is the 51st technique album in Karen's Croppers. So there's a wealth of scrapbooking ideas and inspiration for you there, a great reference library. So thanks so much for watching me on YouTube. I really appreciate it, and happy scrapping, everybody.